All right, we're live.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Daily High with your host, Matt McGregor and Tone Bates. Good morning, Tone. How are you, mate?
Morning, morning. The dog wants to go running. There he goes. I'm good. I'm good. The Bitcoin price is up and down, but it's a good day. Trump is still. I mean, he had some crazy things to say on a geopolitical front, but let's see. It's going to be the biggest factor in markets. The biggest factor in speculative markets, whether it's the stock market, Bitcoin, commodity markets, is what is Trump going to do with the taxes? He is screaming about creating massive tariffs, but how heavy is he gonna lower the US tax burden? Because the United States has multiple taxes. There is inheritance tax, there is the income tax, and there is, of course, the capital gains tax. How is he going to lower them? And what is going to be the outcome, right? If he just raises tariffs and leaves the rest of the taxes, the US economy is totally screwed. But if he starts to cut capital gains and starts to cut income tax, that would be interesting.
Inheritance tax. What's inheritance tax percentage in America?
I'm not even sure, but anyone smart puts their assets in a trust and then it's tax free. So it's such a bullshit tax for just those that don't know what they're doing. Because anyone that knows what they're doing just puts it in a trust and then it just moves over tax free. So it's just
Yeah,
total bullshit.
it is total bullshit. I mean, in Japan right now, I'm trying to deal with it now. It's 50% inheritance tax. It's
Yeah,
retarded.
it's about the same in the U.S., but it's again, like anyone smart can get around any tax and pay zero, and this is the point, right? Things are taxed only to those that can't afford a proper professional. Then they
Yeah.
pay taxes. If you can afford a proper professional, you pay nothing.
And on that bombshell, let's have a look at the charts. Oh my God. Tonight is really funny. It's really, really funny, and I'll show you why. It is the exact polar opposite of everything that's happened in the last two night shows. I was like 2 nights ago. Oh God, I can't even recall, right? We're looking at the 15-minute time frame right now. But the point is the last 2 nights I was long, and then as the show started, we just had like a massive drop just as the show started. And it happened the night before that as well. This night I was short from 102 600 in good profit, and then just will set the show. It just pumped back to my price. So like we're almost, it's just Groundhog Day all over again, but from the opposite angle. So like now that we've come back down and retested these 30 and the 7 simple moving average on the 15-minute time frame right here, if this comes back up, I have to close this trade out the same way I did last night. Stopped out at break even. The night before, stopped out at break even on long trades. And now it looks like I'm doing it from a short trade. So it's just volatile, right? Like, how do you, if I can't make money from this, I don't know how you guys are making money from this. I don't know how else to say that. But I mean, I've been calling directionally the right thing. And then it's just been shoom, bang, So what do you do? 15-minute doesn't look that bad, right? So, but we'll see how it goes because this was really this was crazy. Like this descending line that we had. I'll go to a higher time frame. I I mean it's an unfamiliar chart for me to see these kind of steps, and the 4 hour might show it really clearly. This kind of like downwards trend, and then getting to this low point, like I said in yesterday's show when we were up at 105 or whatnot like that. I said I think that like if we break through this my entry point, which I was saying like I'm going to close out at break even because I don't want it to come back down to touch the 50. And then when it did break through the 50, came back and retested the 50 perfectly, is when I went short. I'm like, okay, bang, we're short. This doesn't look good. I think that we're going to go lower. Whether or not it's to come retest the wave or whatever. I didn't have any targets, but I thought that looked shorter. And the 4 hour MRI bottoms coming in, I'll let Tone talk about that on the 4 hour time frame. I'm still short overall at this point. But this could change really, really rapidly. So I'm just looking at this. This looks to me, as I just glanced at it right now, uh, how do you draw this time? How do you draw like give me a second. I need two hands for this, so my mic might sound a bit funny. This kind of looks like one of these diamond top kind of situations. Don't do you see it? Do I have to keep going? Like
I see it, but I don't really, that's not a pattern I teach. That's not a pattern I look for. It's not a pattern I recognize. So while it is a diamond pattern that I have, learned about a decade ago, that's the last time I analyzed it. And by
uh,
a decade ago, I mean 2 decades ago.
something's happened to my screen here. Just give me a second. Let I'm trying to get rid of this thing. You don't know what I'm talking about, but this is a zoom thing. Diamond pattern.
Oh, you're Googling that. And we're seeing
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, I'll bring it up later. But look at the
No,
diamond.
I know what you mean. I know what you mean. It's just not a pattern I care about.
It looks like one right now. And that was the thing that led me to this short trade. I do think that it's got it, but basically you don't need to know about the diamond pattern. All you need to know is do we put in a lower low, right? And that's the key. So like the diamond pattern, it's just like Wyckoff for me. Like yeah, Wyckoff absolutely is a valid thing, but I only need to know like the last 2 points, which is like was it a higher low? Was it a lower low? Do you know? Like I don't need to know the whole structure of it. And it's the same with this diamond top. Did we close lower than the previous low? Well, yes, we did. Did we close lower than the eventual, the midpoint low? Not as yet, but we came back and retouched it to the point. So I'm really, if we get below 101, 300, if this just comes back up to retest the moving averages and comes back below 101, 300, I would definitely think there's more downside on this trade right now, and that's the reason I stayed in the trade, even though we came back to I was in a negative point for a second a minute ago. Um, I'm short right now. I'm short on Bitcoin, and uh, and I have to stay that way. Let's go to the daily time frame for a second and see what the daily's doing. You know, it would be really interesting to me. One, two, three, four. If we get below 101, 300, it's the same price. All right. 101, 300, this turns into a red star candle. And oh, what does it have to go to the wick tone or is it just the body? I forgot for the red star. It's just the body or the wick? The body, right?
No, the body has to close below the prior wick when it's
Okay.
working correctly, or above. In the depends if it's a red or a green.
Right. But it won't, maybe it won't show the star, but it will definitely be a MRI count towards the downside if we get
All
to
right,
that.
but it also needs to be a red too, right? So the no, you need
This
to be below the close for
this
a
would
red
this,
two.
this will turn into a red two if we get below 101, 200, 300.
Correct.
Yes. So that's what I'm looking for. That's exactly the same price as I was looking at it on the 4 hour time frame. So and then if we lose that, I would look for a retest of this breakout point, or which will coincide pretty closely with the 50 simple moving average. So not all is lost, but I would be looking for downside on this trade. Now, before you go and hate me, this can turn around really quickly if we bounce, right? But as it stands right now, as I look at it, I'm looking for further downside on the Bitcoin chart throughout the day. So we'll see how that statement holds up tomorrow morning because I'll get out of this real quickly if I have to. But if you want to trade, oh yeah. Let's have a look at how our Trump coin went last night. Poorly, right? I got out again at break even on this trade. It's very soon after the show finished. I just said when I went to bed, the price was at like 42. It was a really good trade for me, but I just set like a just slight break even, 39 500. Went to bed, woke up in the morning, and the price had completely cratered below my entry. It was fine to get out. Now it's in a really bad spot. I don't know. I've got no setup. I don't even know if I'm going to chart this anymore. I need to see something here that this isn't just a wet squib that's going to go down to zero. I don't know. I'm not playing with this anymore until I see something. But if you're better than me, absolutely take a chance. Head over to Blowfin right now. for this great promotion that they've got going there. Tone, I'm coming back to you now. Man, it was tricky for me today to try and use something that kept happening. I couldn't use two fingers to try. I've got like one of these, not Mac, the PC mouse pads. It's really, I still haven't figured it out yet. All right, please like and subscribe, share with your friends, and Tone, are we finished? Oh, Bitcoin pumping. Oh my God, my price. Oh, holy shit, Bitcoin's pumping, pumping, pumping.
All right,
I'm getting.
let me go and take a look. Actually, while you were talking about a diamond pattern, I actually went and put it on a Google put, threw it into Google myself, and here it is. Again, not a pattern I generally pay attention to. It certainly does look like it, but let's see if in my experience, they don't happen often. They're never perfect, and it's just not a pattern I generally care about. Let's see if Bitcoin's pumping. Let's see what's happening here. This is my 1 hour chart, and we are rising. Well, the market just opened, right? Again, this is why there's a rule in tone-based trading. Never trade between 8 a.m. and 9:50 a.m. Eastern time. It's just a time period I never ever trade. And while the chart certainly looks bearish, we are on a 1 to 4 candle correction where the 1 to 4 candles for me had a nice buy the dip in 98, 99 range. And if we are not able to get into that 99 range to, scare people that we can go below 100 to back test the moving averages, if we rally from here, that means that Bitcoin is incredibly strong. So based on how the current candle will close, it will tell us a lot of information here. Right now we are rallying, but we are also rallying into the 10 a.m. reversal. This is my daily chart. Yeah, this is my daily chart.
Go back to that last chart. See where that blue line is? That was pretty close to not that one, the previous chart that you were on. I closed the trade out in a 2.5% loss. That it was about there. That blue line that you've drawn in, that was around my short. So yeah, I just closed that trade out. So just so you know.
Yeah, so in
Bad
case
trade.
people are wondering what this blue line is, this blue line is actually really, really important. It kind of covers, if you use a 4 hour chart, it's a lot cleaner, I think. So this is my best fit line of where the current support should be. And we've been flirting with this line like a little bit below, not really closing below it all that often. And if we can rally, back to above 105, I think Bitcoin is ready to break out. And would have been nice to see a 4 hour MRI buy opportunity later today. It would have been perfect if this came all the way down into these moving averages of 99.5. That would have been a nice buy the dip. But if we rally from here and close today above 105, recapturing half of yesterday's losses, I'm going to chalk this up to the 1 to 4 candle correction being over. We're in a consolidated period. We already had a red one. This is a green one. I would love to see some flipping. Another red one, another green one. I would like for this consolidation to last the rest of the week, maybe even the rest of the month, and then close the month out under 110, setting up for one of the best Februaries we might have in a long time. You can see that even on a day like yesterday, BlackRock continues to accumulate more Bitcoin, even though all the other ETFs are struggling. Either they did zero or they actually sold some. I think a Grayscale Mini is going to flip Bitwise, and Fidelity has now flipped Grayscale by over 10,000 Bitcoin. These are never going to flip back. And I do think Grayscale Mini will move up because it has some advantages going for it over the other two. Eventually, Grayscale ETF will come all the way down. Grayscale Mini will likely be the second most popular ETF because over time, the Grayscale users, the company may actually flip the Grayscale into the Grayscale Mini or they can do it piecewise. And I think those are going to be your top ETFs with, well, Fidelity will always be second. Grayscale Mini will come in third. And then ARK will be hanging around. Everything else will basically become irrelevant. And that's where we are headed on the ETF front. Long-term chart, nothing really to say. We are very, very bullish. Weekly chart, we are very bullish as well here. I would love to see a new weekly closing high. What's up, Matt?
It's pumping.
I know. Look at that. We are now above 104, but we're thumping into the 10 a.m. reversal. I'm assuming you're out of your trade, right?
Yeah, 2.5% loss. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You're out of your trade. I would not FOMO in here. This is only 6 minutes into the market. We are pumping. Maybe some news came out. I don't know. We'd have to check after. Trump is, yapping away and signing executive orders. I need to find a good website that lists all of his executive orders, and I actually want to read them, like see what they say, because his executive order, from this moment on, government censorship of free speech ends. But like, what does that mean? We have the First Amendment that says government can't censor free speech. So if the government was censoring free speech, violating the First Amendment, I would like to know how that was done and why people aren't being arrested for it. So what is that, executive order that government will no longer censor free speech? That makes no sense to me at all. Well, like at all. I want to read the details of that.
I would have assumed there was a law against weaponizing the government against political enemies as well.
Right. Well, no. There actually isn't. That was like an unwritten like rule. But as far as government, government censoring free speech, that's the First Amendment of the United States. So how do you write an executive order that is saying what the First Amendment says? Like somebody must have been doing something, right? So what are the details, and why isn't that someone being held accountable for what they've done? So that executive order is the most insane thing I've ever heard, but I want to read its details.
They've all been pardoned now, so
right.
you can't touch them.
Yeah.
Bang,
so
look
wow,
at Bitcoin. Look at this. Yes.
We're pumping nicely. We're going into that 105. I don't know. Maybe our audience knows anything on the news wires. What's going on? Cynthia Luma's tweet, "Big things are coming," is being retweeted by David Bailey. Okay, that's thanks, Winston, but there's got to be something more than that. News-driven event, Senator Loomis. Yeah, I guess everyone is saying Senator Loomis. Teaser's major announcement at 10 a.m. Okay.
Strategic reserve. Bitcoin strategic reserve.
Ah, man, that would be, I didn't expect it. Actually, I would actually lose a steak dinner if that happens. But it's okay. You know who I would lose a steak dinner to? I would lose the steak dinner to Oliver Velez. Boom. Oliver Velez. You guys should follow Oliver Velez. I met him when I was down in Colombia. Man, he's talk about 30-year veteran top trader. Holy shit. Shout out to Oliver Velez and what he's doing.
Awesome.
Maybe even more than 30 years. I think more than 30 years. All right. Yeah, he thinks that the strategic reserve is imminent. All right. So again, we're looking good. The weekly chart, we are now at a new weekly closing high, right? And it's already Thursday, right? This isn't like Sunday night. This is Thursday morning. So we're more than halfway through the week. So this is where the probability of us closing a brand new weekly high on a green star candle is very, very likely. And that means I cannot be any more bullish than this candle closing. So as of today, assuming we're in this zone, I'm 100% long Bitcoin because there's no other position I can possibly take. We are bullish across the board on everything. Now that the 1 to 4 candle correction has probably completed with 1.5 candles, tomorrow a green star on the daily, with a green star on the weekly, with a green star on a monthly, just 2 months earlier. And even on a 2 month scale, we are probably just coming off a green star candle. Last candle, I'm assuming. No, 2 candles prior as well. But this is a 2 month look, right? So based on this, we have like 10 more months of upside. I mean, everything is lining up for a massive, massive, where is it? Here it is. Massive follow-up. Remember, last cycle is the purple, not the green. The green is 2 cycles ago. The last cycle is the purple. Look how far below we are from last cycle. And last cycle was significantly lower than the green eventually went. So we are very underperforming all prior cycles. We should be at like 150 right now in order to stay middle pack against history. So Bitcoin is technically underperforming by 50% of where it should be in order to stay in its realm of lower overall returns but proper bull run. So it's looking good. Oil is holding up well considering Trump's statements. Gold has a very, very bullish look, and I'm assuming the S&P is not pumping. So this is specific to Bitcoin, that something may get announced later today, and some people know that something is going to get announced, or people are speculating. So we will all find out. People are asking about MicroStrategy. Now, this is interesting here. Look at all the interest rates are rising, except the 1 year. I think that's the 1 year. Purple is the 1 year. That one is dropping. Yellow is the 6 months. That one is dropping. And blue is the 1 month. Man, this yield curve is insane. So the short end of the curve is dropping, but the high end of the curve is rising. So the 30-year is rising, the 20-year is rising, the 10-year is rising.
Look at the bottleneck. Like that's on. Look at just try and you look at it like as it's a chart. Look at the bottleneck that it's
Right.
getting. You know.
Right. So we have the top end of the curve starting with the 5-year, 5-year, 10-year, 30-year, 20-year. The high end of the curve is rising. And this tells me that the Fed will not be lowering rates anymore. Okay. And I don't know if Trump wants a lower interest rate or not. I mean, the federal debt is imploding. I can't wait to do a proper analysis. I'm actually waiting for the data. I actually spent a little bit of time and I found way better links. Where are we here? I found better links to capture this, and it's great. So I can't. Now, once the year-end data comes out, I only have data to November. I just need 1 more month. I think at the end of next month, we're going to get the latest data. And this tells me so much information about which countries are buying US debt, especially under Trump. It's going to be super, super interesting. But also, we still need right here, the 2024 numbers. They're kind of out, but they're not. They're going to be adjusted. So this data, and I found, again, another better source, or at least cleaner source. I changed some of these websites where current reports, old reports. So I think it's this. And let me see. Yeah, I found it somewhere. And once these final numbers are out, and that's going to happen probably in March. I got it over, maybe I put it here somewhere. Where are they? All raw data. Here we go. Yeah. So this, I found the missing piece, and this data usually comes out. You can see the last few years, that was a pandemic year. It used to come out in February, now it comes out in March. So right here around March 11, that's what I'm waiting for. The latest projection going forward and finalized 2024 economic statistics. So once that comes out, I'm probably going to do a long video about the US economy and US budget once these numbers come out in March and once the US debt numbers are finalized for the year, and maybe just get the first month of January. So around March, there's going to be an awesome video about the US economy that I'm working on. All right. So that's pretty much it for me. People asked about MicroStrategy. What was it there? MicroStrategy, I mean, it's looking good. It's pumping a little today. And yeah, I mean, look, if Bitcoin goes to new all-time high, so should MicroStrategy. It has a high beta to Bitcoin. It's a leveraged play. But if Bitcoin is going to rally to 150, MicroStrategy can rally to 1,000 pretty fairly easily. But yeah, Bitcoin's still pumping, man. Look at this. Look at this.
So Tone, well, let's come off screen. Oh, that's fucking. Just so you know, I'm long both Trump and Bitcoin. You know, so
How's the
like,
Trump coin doing? Look, I'm gonna open a Trump coin on my end.
all right,
I know I'm not on screen share.
I lost 2.5% today at the start of the show, and I'm currently 4.5% up on Bitcoin. So I've righted that ship, and I'm 5% up on Trump as it stands right now. So this is while I'm in the show. While you're talking, I've righted that ship on both angles. So we'll see.
So the Trump is interesting. Like this 10-minute volume spike on Trump is massive.
I'm now
So
8.5% up on Trump as it stands.
it sounds like uh today there will be some announcements related to Bitcoin and crypto from the Trump team. I don't know if these announcements are going to be positive or negative, but it sounds like today is the day where they will open their mouth and something crypto related is going to come out. Okay, today is the day. So we will pay attention.
I'm so much more happy to be long these assets. Do you
Yeah.
know? Like,
No,
yeah.
it is the scary time to be short. Like I would not want to be short. Let me go back to screen share. Here's the Cynthia Lumas tweet that apparently is causing all the stir. Stay tuned for 10 a.m. Okay. Let's see. I'll retweet it and let's see what happens. It's almost 10 a.m. Should we just stay live? Because what do you want to do? You want to go to bed or do we want to stay tuned for 10 a.m.?
Well, I'm not going to sleep either way. So what time? What time is it, Yuma? Now. What time is it right
It's
now?
12. It's 12 minutes away.
All right. Well, let's just stay on, eh? Well, ask the viewership. How many live viewers have we got? If it's just you and me.
Oh yeah, no. People are gonna want us to stay on. I mean,
All right.
watching this.
Let's
All
work
right,
it.
so let's do this then. Audience Q&A. I have Gary Garrettson
Great.
as the moderator. I have Mel as the moderator. All right, guys, Q&A. Ask away. Ask your questions. I have a Telegram Q&A Telegram group, and I'll let the moderators select uh, Q&A questions. Let's do it. We don't. You and I don't usually do that.
No, that's great. Fantastic.
All right.
I just sent you a link on Telegram Tone to verify the positions. I mean, they're at parity right now, which is really
Yeah, you're
interesting.
up seven and change on both. Yeah, there it is. I'm looking at. BF.B. What the hell is that? What is that? I don't know what that is.
South Korean won. What BFC? No, that can't be it.
Maybe instead of a dot, they meant to put something else. Will it be a sell the news event? It depends on the event, you know.
Yeah.
See, the thing is, yeah, a sell the news event happens when there is a multiple day run up into the event, right? If you find out about the event an hour earlier, that event can still go either way. It's not like it's been, bought up for multiple days. Can I cover Max Payne? Yeah, Max Payne has been in Max Payne. So
I'll go grab a beer. I'll grab a beer. I'll be
yeah,
back.
perfect. It's a little too early for me to drink. I'm also in a dry month. So January is dry month, and let me tell you how my dry month is going. Uh, hold on. I saw it as a meme. Uh, hold on. Seinfeld, Kramer, uh, exits contest. Here. Oh, this is too long of a video. I need the clip. There we go. This is how my dry month is going. Yeah, we're collecting your questions, guys. We'll answer them after. There we go. Let's see. I don't know if
how
Matt
my dry
remembers
month
this.
is going.
Yeah,
speed it up a
we're
smidge.
collecting your questions, guys. We'll answer them after. I'm gonna wait for Matt. Let me see if the clip's good.
Let's see.
What's
I don't
up?
know if
how
Matt
my dry
remembers
month
this.
is going.
So you
Yeah,
remember
speed
how
it up. We're
January
collecting your
is
questions,
supposed to be
guys.
my
We'll answer
dry
them
month
after.
where I'm not drinking alcohol?
I'm gonna wait for Matt.
What's
Let me
up?
see if the
There we
clip's
go.
good.
Let's see.
What's
I don't know
up?
if
how
Matt
my
remembers.
dry
So here,
month is
here's
going.
how my January
Speed it
is
up.
going
We're
of being a
collecting
dry
your
month.
questions,
You know,
guys.
my
We'll
dry
answer
month where I'm not
No.
drinking alcohol.
I'm gonna wait for Matt.
No.
What's
up?
see if the clip's
Yeah.
good. Let's see.
What's
I
up?
don't know how my dry
So here,
month is
here's
going.
how my January is going of being a dry month. You know, my dry month where I'm not drinking alcohol.
I'm gonna wait for Matt.
What's up?
What's I don't know.
So here's how my January is going of being a dry month. You know, my dry month where I'm not drinking alcohol.
I'm gonna wait for Matt.
What's up? What's
I don't know.
So here's how my January is going of being a dry month. You know, my dry month where I'm not drinking alcohol.
I'm gonna wait for Matt.
What's up?
What's I don't know.
So here's how my
There's
January
an
is
echo.
going of being a dry month. You know, my dry month.
Working on it.
I'm gonna wait for Matt.
What's up?
Here's how my
There's an
January
echo.
is going of being a dry month. You know, my
I've been having, guys, you have no idea what kind of tech problems I've been having all day.
Whoa. That was
What
crazy.
happened?
That was crazy. We're back. We're good.
We're good.
It was spiraling into like some tunnel of like repeating the sound. It was wild. We're good.
Oh, I know what's happening. I think I know what's happening. Hold on. Wait. Okay, well, wait, hold on. Hold on.
You have two, you go to a motel and there's like two mirrors facing each other. That's what just happened on the audio. It's like a mirrors on
Okay,
mirrors.
okay, okay. Let's try this again. Hold on. All right. Okay, no, it's good that I know that. Um, hold on. Okay. How is it now? Is it everything okay now?
Yeah, we're fine. We're fine.
We're fine now. Okay, so here we go. All right, so we pumped into 106. We're pulling back a little bit. We got 4 minutes until 10 a.m. We're collecting your questions. I was gonna say, so here's how my dry January is going.
Where? Second floor from the top. See the window on the left? Wow! Who walks around the house like that?
Maybe she's a nudist. You know those nudist colony people.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're on the side.
Yeah. But let me ask you a question. In these nudist colonies, do they eat naked in the dining room?
I would imagine it's all naked.
What about the chambermaids? Are they naked too?
They're naked. The gardener's naked. Bellhops. One big nudist.
Tonight.
Yeah, well,
I got a call this morning. You know, I was chosen to go on the space shuttle. We're going to Mars.
uh-huh.
Have a good time.
I'm out. of the contest.
You're out?
Yeah.
Wow, that was fast.
Well, it was that woman across the street. You better be careful, buddy.
That's pretty much me with alcohol.
Yeah, that's talk to my
Guess what?
wife.
There was no way I was gonna last a month.
That's great.
No way I was gonna last a month.
All right. Are we dropping on Bitcoin? What's happening? What are we doing?
Oh, it's going to zero, man.
Yeah, I thought so. Yeah, there it is. Fuck.
All right.
Oh.
All right. So, all right, any questions? Any live questions? Let me see. My Q&A group isn't posting anything.
Well, there's nothing to say. Can Bitcoin rally from here? Of course it can. Go.
Okay, here we go. We got questions. Okay. No, there were questions. I totally missed it. I don't think Willy Woo's coming back to the channel. I mean, maybe we can organize something, but we'll see. I mean, will there be an old season? I don't know. I mean, I think there's an old season going on right now. I think this is old season. Alts are pumping. You look at people are launching new coins that are pumping. That's old season.
I think with the alt season, it's just a new flavor. Nobody wants the old altcoins. It's all meme coins now, right? So like now is meme coin season. This cycle is meme coins. Before that, it was DeFi and NFTs, and before that, it was ICOs and whatever. It's just like the flavor of this bull market. Nobody cares about altcoins. Don't try and hang on to your altcoins from 6 years ago. It's all speculative nonsense now. It was that before, but now it's all about meme coins. What's this?
All right. So where do we stay tuned for 10 a.m. Right? So what are we watching? Are we watching Loomis's account? Like what are we watching here?
Who is she? Senator?
Oh, she's a very pro Bitcoin senator from Wyoming.
Okay.
And she actually understands Bitcoin really well because she has family ties, either through marriage or I don't think it's a direct family, but like through marriage. She has family ties to a company called Unchained Capital, which is a very Bitcoin maxi company.
Okay.
It's like a lending company, like they and a bunch of other stuff, and multi-sig and Bitcoin storage and lending. But the people behind that company, they're very Bitcoin maxi. And so Cynthia Loomis has been properly educated on Bitcoin, and she's been the most pro Bitcoin government elected official that we have in America.
Great. Well, we might have to recap it tomorrow, dude. I don't know what's coming. Was it 10 a.m. right now? Exactly 10 a.m. right now?
It's exactly 10 a.m. So let's see what the price is doing. It's pulling back a smidge, but let's see what the announcement is. Let's see if there's any like economic news that are coming out at 10 a.m. 10:30, and well, oil inventories aren't that important. Yeah, this is a slow week for economic announcements. Nothing really happening.
People ask me to talk about Max Payne. Max Payne is 56.50. We're currently sitting at 59, so we're not gonna reach it. But the end of month Max Payne is 49. That's gonna hurt some option writers. I mean, this is I'm surprised it's so low at month end here.
All right, I'm going to go manage these positions. I'm sorry for the last half an hour of the show, guys. Thought we'd have something for you.
Yeah, there's got to be something, right? So let's see. Maybe she'll post a link to some statement. Stay tuned for 10 a.m. Again, like where? Where would have been nice.
What's the top comment?
Yeah. Oh, I know, David. I don't know why that. I don't know. I don't know if that's a top comment with one like, but maybe there are reposts. How do you see those? How do you see quoted tweets? Big things are coming. Stay tuned for 10 a.m.
Don't lose your credibility. Bitcoin's up.
We're waiting. We're waiting.
Yeah, we're not alone. It's like quite a few people have watched this.
I know.
I hope this pays off.
Well, the price is hanging in there.
It's hanging in there. It's hanging in there.
Hanging in there. All right, nothing is really, haven't heard anything. If you guys hear something, if you guys see something or hear something on Twitter, we're waiting. Everyone retweeted it. She got, when was this posted? 9:30 a.m. So in 30 minutes, she got
Yeah. Good retweets.
1.5 million views on that tweet.
Yeah. But I mean, isn't it funny? I mean, that could be considered insider trading if she knows something. Do you know what I mean? Like, imagine having been privy to that kind of information. If they
Well,
were
it's
gonna,
only it's okay. So there's two things there, right? It's only insider trading if she actually acts on the information, and two, the concept of insider trading does not actually apply to currencies or commodities. It only applies to stocks and equities.
I know that, but it's a funny thing that you can just blatantly inside trade anything to do with crypto. It's you're allowed to do it.
I don't. Is it? Someone's asking, isn't Trump at Davos? No. Why would Trump be at Davos? Davos is dead, by the way. I think that event, like, no one cares about that event anymore. I think it died. That's it. As of this year, I think that event's dead.
Crypto is there.
Is he there?
Yeah. Well, something's happening because I've regained all that profit that I was in. I was
boom, boom, boom. We're heading to new highs.
Exactly.
We're going back to 106 here. Still waiting for what is actually going to happen at 10 a.m. We are 5 minutes past 10 a.m. I mean, we should watch Trump's account or POTUS account. There. What was his last tweet?
I love his photo. He's so angry. He's got like one eye half squeezed closed. It's fucking awesome. It's not the smiley face he had in.
Dude, you know what I would do? I would use this prison mugshot here, man. Like if I was Trump, I would just put the prison mugshot like as my like Twitter and like social media post.
He looks like a supervillain. I love it. Look, you can see a "fuck you" written on his face. It's awesome, right?
So POTUS hasn't tweeted in 17 hours, and I'm assuming his real account is back. Though he's gonna, post on Truth Social. I don't have an account on Truth Social. I should, but I don't.
What's True Social stock look like now? Is
I
it
don't
dead?
know, but it's hard. They have to. It's hard. I mean, so many platforms. I mean, there's so many creating accounts everywhere is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
19 hours, Jan 17. Yeah, so he hasn't posted.
Do you follow that? He's got another. There's another account which is Donald Trump on Truth Social, and they just like forward everything he says on there across. You should follow that too.
Well, anyway, I think we're gonna get going.
Yep.
I don't see anything from Cynthia Loomis's account here. So yeah, we're gonna have to wait. All right, guys. I'm sure we'll update you tomorrow on what the hell was announced. But no, I can't stay on here all day waiting for something that may or may not happen. But the price is hanging in there, which is great. All right.
Yep.
Time to head out.
It's been a funny week. On Monday we did an hour show. On Wednesday we did a really short show, and today we did a sporadic show. We might have to delete this one because it was a shit show overall. I wish we had something better for you. The price of Bitcoin is dropping. I can see it on my charts right now, so I have to monitor that. Have a great night. Go Bitcoin.
Night, guys.
Fuck, Bitcoin's dropping like a stone, dude.
Oh yeah, there it goes. I see that. We're still live, by the way.
Whoa!
It is. It's just volatile.
Not when you're as leveraged as I am.
That's
Fuck.
true. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh boy. All right.